You might not believe that the Liberals won again, but it's Trudeau. With the party comes a grocery list of promises, and I want to share with you some of the big ones that we're keeping our eye on because they will have the largest effect on potentially changing the GTA real estate housing prices and where things go from here. Before I get started, my name is Bradley. We do videos like this all the time, keep you up to date on the latest tips and tricks. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and we're going to continue to put out fantastic content. I'm excited to share this one with you because we were tracking the elections and we had made certain predictions, and many of which were surrounding the Liberal government, which came to pass. And so now that they're in power, or slightly less power, depending on how you look at it, they have a certain list of items that they want to accomplish while they're here for the next several years. Before we get into my list, let me ask you guys, do you think that some of these items that I'm listing and maybe some others that you've heard of are going to actually help our market or hurt our market? I'm interested to hear how this change in power, as every time there's an election, I find it so fascinating, will impact our local pricing. The first thing that I'm watching, number one, is a 1% tax on anyone that's speculating or vacancy taxes on non-Canadians, non-residents buying residential homes across the country. Here's a video of Justin Trudeau talking about it as he was campaigning.
Foreign speculators are having on the affordability of homes in our biggest cities. We will also introduce a modest 1% annual tax on residential properties owned by people who are not Canadian and do not live in Canada.
The purpose of this is to, in a sense, ward off foreign buyers to prevent this speculation that we've experienced in our marketplaces. Now, this is nothing new. Ontario and British Columbia have both applied this already. In fact, we have a 15% tax already in place. The fun fact is that they have actually accumulated $181 million in revenue here in Ontario since it's been applied. However, many people are arguing that it's not really a concern outside of Ontario and BC. And so my question for you is, how do you think this is going to affect the other provinces and territories of our country? For example, Atlantic Canada, they don't have a lot of foreign involvement in their marketplace. So would this actually hurt them, or do you think it's really not a big deal for them? Leave that down in the comments below. Now, there's a very real chance that this could pass, and the reason is even though the Liberals have a minority, the NDP actually have 24 seats, would assist them to get to that majority stage. And during the election campaign, Jagmeet Singh was big in saying that he would apply a 15% speculative tax across the country, very similar to that which Trudeau is speaking about today. And so there's a very real chance that these two parties will come together to get this thing passed. If you want to better understand how this will affect Canada as a whole or where the marketplace stands, we do a lot of updates on our local market here in the GTA. But I also did a video last week that you can check out that talks about all the different provinces and where they stand. Are they up or down as far as their market prices? Now, why are they creating this rule, or why is this? And I think it actually is legitimate. If you recall, when BC applied their foreign buyer tax, everything moved to Toronto. When Toronto applied it, now everything is shifting itself to other areas, other cities like Montreal. So by having something across the board, we'll hopefully address this movement of money and people trying to avoid this tax. To get a better picture of how this will work, check out our fourth quarter market update video that we did. It's incredible. It was actually a prediction video before the election, and we happened to, I guess, predict in a sense that the Liberals would be elected and anticipate what changes would happen. Now, the main thing of this whole program is they're being more generous. They're anticipating they're going to move it from $505,000, the cap, to $789,000. With this change, we can stipulate that there's going to be an increased demand here in the GTA. The whole point of this program is to help those in Toronto and Vancouver, which simply didn't qualify for the program before this. Number three is the RSP, which is going to be increasing in this year's budget from $25,000 to $35,000. So if you're looking to purchase as a first-time buyer, there's a little bit more money in there for you to use should you be contributing to your RSP. Number four, the Liberal government is planning by 2021 to increase the level of immigration per year to 350,000 people. These are numbers we haven't seen in over a century. Now, if you want to get a little bit more insight into how immigration works and if it's good or bad for our market, we did a video on that, and I'll tag this as well. Number five, and if you're looking to do any kind of updates in your home to make things more energy efficient, the government is promising $40,000 in a loan to 1.5 million homes across our country to retrofit them to make them more energy efficient. Number six, the Liberals have also pledged to build over 10,000 homes in the next 10 years. And last but not least, we can't just look at what is going to happen or what they're planning on doing. We have to look at what's not going to happen given the parties and the power that we have in place. Now, one of the major plans that were being spoken of by the Conservative government with this idea of relaxing the stress test, which was applied a few years back. We did a video on that, which I'll also tag. It's incredible. And we were able to explain how it'll work and some of the predictions that would come out of that. So check it out. As well as mortgage amortizations will not be touched. So these adjustments don't seem to be something that are going to happen given that the Liberals were elected. Those are some of the big changes I'm going to be watching, but would you say that they are good and sufficient to help with some of the concerns we have here in the GTA housing? I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you slam that subscribe button. Take care and keep it real.